Our W Wrestling Podcast, Old Guy is back, and he is here with another random mass daily match review. And we got a cool tag team match. We got the North versus Top Flight. This takes place under F1rst Wredtling. It's a wrestling company based out of Minnesota. And this match takes place on January 3rd, 2020. The event they're wrestling at is called WrestlePalooza 17, and this is night 2 of that event. This takes place on 1st Avenue in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I try to find some info on F1rst Wredtling, anything besides the basic stuff, which is it was founded by a man named Eric Cannon, A-R-I-K Cannon, in 2007. I don't maybe I'm just not internet savvy enough, but I don't know much about this company. Maybe Legend or Chris can put some information on it in the description if they know anything about it. Or if any of you guys know anything about it, feel free to put anything down in the comments. If anybody's been to one of these shows, let me know, because I live in Minneapolis now. I've been here for a few years, and both Legend and Chris have been living here for their whole lives, and they've been talking about wanting to go to a 1st Avenue show. So if you have any idea of what those kind of shows are like, put it down in the comments. I want to hear about it. So because I'm definitely interested in going to see one of those shows once this COVID stuff gets out of the way. Okay, so introducing first, we have the North. We have Ethan Page and Josh Alexander. And their opponents are Angel Dorado and the WrestlePalooza champion, Airwolf, and they are the Flip Brothers. Okay, so the North is ready. The Flip Bros are ready. This crowd is howling for Airwolf, so I assume that they're ready. The ref says, ring the bell, and here we go. All right, so Alexander and Wolf start off for their respective teams. They lock up, and we get and we get an arm wringer from Alexander to Wolf. Alexander puts Wolf on the mat with the arm wringer using his strength. Wolf kips up out of the arm wringer and applies one of his own. Alexander grabs the ropes to break the hold. So we get a "fuck the North" chant. So they sell so both Page and Alexander sell it to the crowd. I think even Alexander props open the ring ropes to try to get somebody to come in and fight him. Another lockup, and we get Alexander applying a side headlock to Wolf. A "Let's Go Airwolf" chant breaks out. Airwolf throws Alexander off the ropes and eats a shoulder tackle for his efforts. Alexander runs the ropes and shoulder tackles at Wolf. Alexander runs the ropes again, and Airwolf ducks down. Airwolf leapfrogs Alexander. Airwolf goes for an axe handle, and Alexander blocks the axe handle, but eats a forearm to his gut. Airwolf then drops down and kicks Alexander right in the face, and we get a small standoff here. Airwolf turns to Dorado and doesn't see that Alexander, however, pops right back up. He doesn't sell the kick very long and is right behind him. Alexander goes for a belly-to-back suplex, but Airwolf escapes with a couple strikes. Airwolf tries to whip Alexander, but the bigger man says, and he holds his ground. Airwolf goes for a rear waist lock, then tumbles out of it for some reason, and then Alexander charges at Airwolf. Airwolf olays Alexander into his own corner. Airwolf runs at Alexander. Alexander backdrops Airwolf over the top rope to the apron while Dorado tags himself in. Dorado hits Alexander with a corner clothesline, a Miz style. I don't know how else to describe it. Airwolf tries to suplex Alexander, but he can't get the big man up. Then Alexander reverses that into a suplex attempt of his own, but Dorado reaches out and pushes Airwolf's legs back down. That momentum allows Airwolf to suplex Alexander straight down to the mat. Looked really cool. And then Dorado follows up with a slingshot senton over the top rope. Crowd pops huge for this move. Great sequence from the Flip Brothers. Yeah, I gotta say, it's a really cool way to get a big man suplex. If you can't get him up on your strength, hell, use momentum. No problem. It's called leverage. Nice. Alexander is finally able to tag out after putting a knee into Dorado's gut. Page tags in. He's going to see his first bit of action. Page hits an elbow to Dorado and then goes for a belly-to-back suplex, but Dorado flips out of it, hits Page with an enziguri, and kips up, and the crowd pops. Ethan Page makes Dorado pay for not being attentive by pulling Dorado down to the mat by his mask. As As Page argues with the referee who's admonishing him for trying to go for Dorado's mask, Dorado is able to put a head scissor on Page and follows it up with a drop kick, and then Page bumps into a corner. Again, Dorado's made to pay for pandering to the crowd too much as he climbs to the turnbuckles to get the crowd fired up. He gets kicked off the turnbuckle by Alexander. And in case you're asking, yes, the ref was being distracted by Page. So, oopsie. Page runs through Dorado with a shoulder and drags Dorado into his corner, splitting the ring in half. Good stuff. Alexander tags in and kicks Dorado a few times right in the chest. Dorado fires back with a few weak punches, but gets cut off with a clubbing forearm from Alexander. Page tags in. The crowd is clapping for Dorado to get back in this match. He better, or they're not going to. This match won't last too much longer. Dorado tries to fight back with punches, but and then Dorado runs the ropes, but eats a power slam from Page for a 2 count. Page drives a few knees into Dorado's midsection and then tags in Alexander. Alexander is measuring, and wham! He hits Dorado with a few punches in the corner, or in his corner. Alexander follows up with a delayed vertical suplex, and poof, Dorado's in trouble. Alexander pushes Dorado back into his corner. The North are being so deliberate right now. They're being so precise. They're not like hitting a lot of moves, but every move they hit it's for maximum impact. And Dorado's taking a beating. He's got to get to Airwolf at some point soon, badly. So we get chops by Alexander to Dorado in the corner. Alexander's getting a bit cocky, though. He's starting to gesture to Dorado. Is this all you got? He gestures to the crowd, and he looks at the crowd and gestures to Dorado. Is this your hero? Is this the guy you want to cheer for? Is this even real competition? Let's go Flip Bros chant breaks out. Both Alexander and Dorado trade chops, but Alexander keeps the ring split with a big elbow to Dorado's head. Page puts his boot on the top turnbuckle, and Alexander picks up Dorado and face plants Dorado on Page's boot. Dorado bumps down to the corner. He's flat on the ground. He is in trouble. European uppercut to Dorado by Alexander. North are doing a great job of cutting Dorado off. Whenever he continues to fight back, he has heart, but the heel team with the numbers advantage, they keep cutting him off. So. And he's got to get that hot tag. He's taking a beating here. Alexander brings Dorado into his corner and tags in Page. More punishment to Dorado with chops and kicks by Page. Dorado starts to fight back with elbows and punches to both members of the North, but he's still in their corner. He cannot escape. North has done a great job of cutting the ring in half. Dorado tries to dive over Page to get to his partner, but Page catches him, and the tag is right there. But Page can't get there. But Dorado can't get there. EP holds on tight, and he's trying to drag Dorado back into his corner, but Dorado's able to monkey flip Page off of him, but he can't quite make it to Wolf. He's just too far out of range. Alexander tags in and grabs Dorado's leg and tries to pull him back to his corner, but Dorado gets up to his one free foot, and Alexander flips Dorado backwards, looking to put him on his back, but Dorado flips onto his foot, and wham! Dorado nails Alexander with a huge super kick. He needs this one. Alexander goes straight down to his back. Dorado's making his way to his corner. The crowd wants to tag, and that's what they get. They get the hot tag. Dorado gets the hot tag to Airwolf. Airwolf comes in, kicks to Page, forearms to Page, more kicks to Page. Airwolf uses Page to elevate himself to kick Alexander right in the face, followed by an arm drag to Page. Crowd is hype. Let's go. Alexander charges at Wolf. Wolf trips Alexander into a corner and hits Alexander with a 6-1-2. AEW follows this up with a slingshot double reverse STO to both members of the North. Dorado comes in and puts a Hurricanrana on Alexander. Dorado hits a slingshot monkey flip to Airwolf onto Page. Dorado follows it up with a standing moonsault to Page. Airwolf goes for a pin and gets a 2 count. Really nice stuff there by the Flip Brothers. From Airwolf going from his own singular moves all the way to his combo with Dorado. Great stuff. Dorado and Alexander finally get back into the respective corners, and Wolf and Page are the legal men in the ring. Wolf goes to tag in his partner, but Page grabs Airwolf's arm and whips Wolf into a corner. Page tags in Alexander. Both Alexander and Page attempt a double team, but Airwolf grabs an arm from both Page and Alexander and makes them run into each other. Kind of like that Three Stooges kind of shit. Both Page and Alexander bump to opposite corners. Wolf hits both men with running forearms in each corner, but eventually gets caught by Alexander. Alexander picks up Wolf and hits a blue thunder bomb, while Page runs at Dorado and hits Dorado with a forearm to make sure Dorado can't interfere on the pin. But Alexander's only able to get a 2 count onto Airwolf. The North attempt what looks like a double neutralizer, the same kind of thing that Cesaro does. He puts his arm underneath your crotch he has you in a pile driver position, but he takes his arm and puts it between your legs under your crotch and then picks you up and slams you head first. That's what this looks like. I don't know what the name is. I went and looked it up on the internet, but I couldn't find anything. So again, any internet savvy people out there or anybody who knows firsthand, put it down in the comments. I'm interested to know what they call this, because it's a really cool looking move. So after this attempt, they attempt this double neutralizer is what I'm going to call it. But Airwolf escapes and pushes Page into his corner, and Dorado tags him. Alexander walks up to Airwolf, but eats a springboard uppercut from Dorado. Wham! Nailed him right in the friggin' head. Dorado runs at Page, but Page kicks Dorado off him. Dorado falls back to his partner, who picks him up over his head. Airwolf then charges Page and gets a hold of Page's head. Wolf turns around, holding Page's head, and uses Dorado to hit Page with his beautiful Salida del Sol. Wham! It looked really good. I'm surprised he didn't go for a pin there. But anyway, Wolf runs at Alexander in the corner, but eats a boot. Alexander hops up the breath rope, and El Dorado comes out of nowhere and hits Alexander with a Hurricanrana. Dorado runs at Alexander and ducks a clothesline. He hops up the breath rope and attempts a moonsault to Alexander, but Alexander catches Dorado out of the air, and wham! Alexander absolutely crushes Dorado with a beautiful spinning tombstone pile driver. It looked safe. It looked impactful. Good stuff here by Alexander. Airwolf attempted his springboard maneuver, but got caught by Page. Airwolf fights off both men while still being kind of tangled in the ropes with some punches, but the numbers game wins out for the North. Page helps Alexander get in the Page helps Alexander get Airwolf in position for an elevated DDT, and wham! Wolf gets crushed with that DDT. He is down. Alexander goes for the pin on Dorado, who is the legal man, so smart move by Alexander, and gets a 2 count. Both of the Flip brothers are down at this point. This is awesome. Chant breaks out. Alexander tags in. Alexander tags in Page, and a tag is something we haven't seen in a while. And I believe Dorado is the other legal man in the ring. North go for another neutralizer to Dorado, but Dorado escapes with punches to both men. But the North responds with kicks to Dorado. North goes for a third neutralizer on Dorado, but Dorado manages to somehow, I don't know what you call it. I don't want to call it a head scissors, because he's on the right shoulder of Page, the left shoulder of Page, and the right shoulder of Alexander, and he flips them over. I don't know what you call that. Maybe it's some kind of like monkey flip. I'm not sure what to call it. Either way, Dorado escapes the neutralizer attempt with what looks like some kind of monkey flip maneuver. Alexander punches Dorado into a corner, but Airwolf fights back with punches to Alexander. Page tries to kick Airwolf into the gut, but Airwolf catches the kick and throws it at Alexander. Alexander bumps off the ropes. Dorado super kicks Page. Page bumps into his corner. Airwolf misses a Shining Wizard to Alexander, but Airwolf tumbles away from Alexander to avoid Alexander responding. Both Flip Bros do stereo kicks to Alexander's head. Alexander sells the Flip Bros kicks into a corner. Page is selling in his own corner. Both Flip Bros are in the ring. Airwolf runs at Page, but Page dodges and runs into another corner. Airwolf then eats a super kick from Page. Wham! Right in the face. Airwolf pushes Page into a corner, and Page uses the top rope to elevate himself over Airwolf's charge, but Airwolf is able to hit Page with a Pele kick, and both men fell to the mat. All right, so at this point, all 4 men are down. I really don't know who the legal man is because no one's tagging in and out with enough consistency to where I can tell. But if I had to guess at this point, I think it's Page and Dorado. Honestly, it doesn't really matter at this point. All 4 men are in the ring, and we get a booyah spot in stereo between all 4 men, and they're all slugging it out with chops and some kicks and forearms and all that stuff. Dorado has Page down in the middle, and Dorado runs the ropes chest first, but gets caught out of the air by Alexander. He was going for what looked like the lethal injection, that kind of thing where he runs chest first, was going to flip back. But he gets caught out of. Dorado gets caught out of the air by Alexander. Alexander has Dorado in what looks like a torture rack and flips him towards Page, who hits Dorado with a beautiful spine buster. Very nice combo. Page goes for cover. We get a 1, we get a 2, but nope. Airwolf breaks up the pin. Alexander tosses Wolf out of the ring and goes to his corner. Oh, look, a tag. Well, I don't even know why there's tags. I mean, at this point, it's more like a tornado tag match anyway. Page tags in Alexander. Page stays in the ring. Okay. The North double team Dorado in their corner with chops, and then they put Dorado on the top rope. The North climbs up the Brett's rope and go for a double superplex to Dorado, but Wolf gets back in the ring and breaks up the superplex attempt. Page bumps to the apron, or bumps off Brett's rope to the apron, excuse me. Wolf holds Alexander on Brett's rope while Dorado's able to sneak over Alexander's back and gets off and is able to maneuver himself out of the corner. Airwolf joins Dorado in the middle of the ring, and with an assist from Airwolf, Dorado hits Alexander with a dropkick between Alexander's legs while Alexander is still stuck on Brett's rope. Page stands up on the apron and eats a springboard dropkick from Dorado. Page bumps to the floor. Alexander, while still stuck on Brett's rope, is picked up by Airwolf in a last ride position. He has him. He has Dorado. Airwolf has Alexander's. Has Alexander on his back, holding him up by his arms. Dorado climbs up to the top rope, and Dorado leaps and grabs Alexander and hits him with a very nice elevated reverse STO off of Airwolf's back. Both Flip brothers cover Alexander, and at 16 minutes and 1 second, we get the 1, we get the 2, and the 3. The Flip Bros defeat the North by pinfall. The crowd goes nuts for the hometown boys as we cut to black. Okay. A lot of action in this match. This match was good. It was at one point it was on its way to being great. The first 8 minutes were a blueprint for a solid fundamental tag team match. Solid tag team wrestling. They were split. The heels split the ring off, separating the two baby faces from each other, creating that tension. Because the hometown team, the hometown crowd was cheering for their hometown boys, the Flip Bros. Then the babyface team finds a way to get their way to get the hot tag to their partner, and then the team's going from there. Good stuff. Actually, either team can do the splitting of the ring, but it's just more effective if the babyface team is the one that's in peril. So when the heels split the ring off, it's way more effective. It tells a better story. So as good as the first 8 minutes of this match was, it was fantastic. But unfortunately, the last 8 minutes were just—I don't want to say it was a mess per se, but from a fundamental tag team match point of view, and like I said, with the first 8 minutes, you take that fundamental story and you build it, but then develop it as the match goes forward. Well, that didn't get developed any longer because there was only really like 2 tags the rest of the way. 2 of them. I mean, just 2 tags. So this last 8 minutes was more like a tornado tag match, maybe a lucha libre style kind of thing. And at one point I was literally rolling my eyes watching all 4 men just remain in the ring and watching the stupid ref with his dumb suspenders and his glasses just stand there and doing nothing. Like I said, it was annoying. I'm just going to get this off my chest real quick. All of the build up till then, out of the window. Psychology, out the window. It's in the trash can. Story, don't need it anymore, I guess, because there's no story. All it is spot, spot, spot. All of these elements are important in a match, any kind of match. my goal and my goal with these reviews is to not only learn about different forms of wrestling, different companies. Hell, I'm learning like all these finishing maneuvers I didn't even know, all these typical maneuvers that you see, all these. I have to go look them up because I have to know what they are. I'm like, I didn't know what a reverse STO was until I had to go look it up. But I'm also here with these reviews to also broaden my horizons and also to learn some objectivity. There's always more than one way to perform in the ring and to get a story across to a crowd. But this way of presenting tag team wrestling to me just doesn't sit well at this point. I'm not going to Jim Cornette things just because I don't agree with them. I'm not going to shit on it. I'm not going to write it off because I don't agree with it. I just don't care much for the way this presentation works. Maybe one day I'll figure out a way to get over it, but right now I can't do it because you took away what was a great story. Or so these men took away what was a great story in the first 8 minutes, and in the second half they just went lucha libre style, tornado tag style. I just don't agree with it. All right, now that that's off my chest, let's talk about the match because there's a lot of good things to talk about here. Okay, so from a booking point of view, this was a match that was split in half to showcase traditional tag team traditional tag team style match, and then the kind of the tornado tag lucha libre style of tag matches. And I guess if that was the goal, then then this match was successful. But like I said before, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I really loved how the North worked together throughout the match, and as well as the Flip Brothers. At the beginning, the North kept Dorado on their side of the ring. They're cutting off the ring. Very nice stuff. They kept a deliberate pace. They were grounding Dorado because that's what you want to do with a high flyer. And every strike and every move was efficient. It had huge impact. I was thinking Dorado's getting his ass kicked. And I really think Josh Alexander is something special here. He looks like a guy who could do a lot as a singles wrestler. He's got the size. He's got the speed. As a heel, he can sell a comeback. I mean, you saw him in the ring. He looked really good, and everything he did was smooth and crisp. So I might have to try to pay attention to Josh Alexander and the North going forward. The Flip Brothers, specifically Dorado, did a great job in the first half of that match, making me believe they were in trouble. Excellent selling by Dorado. He took an ass whipping like the man he is, and he made the North look like a couple of badasses. And when Airwolf got the hot tag, good Lord, they blew the friggin' roof off of the building. It was so fun to watch, not only because of the wrestlers, but because of the crowd. They were so hyped to see Dorado finally get there. They saw their hometown boys start to finally get back in the match, and it was so much fun to watch. The one double team move I will say that the Flip Bros did during the first half, and that was the only one they really did because they were getting their asses whipped, was that suplex spot. Very creative and effective. Like I said, if you can't power your opponent over in a suplex, hell, use your partner or some leverage or both. So after that hot tag, we entered kind of the tornado tag part. And the referee became useless, so another element of a match is pretty much removed from it. We don't get to see the ref play a role. Like I said, I wouldn't be so critical if this match was actually if it was advertised as a tornado tag match. I wouldn't have been critical at all. I would have anticipated this, and I wouldn't have had a problem with it whatsoever. But that's not what we got. It was called a tag team match. Okay. Anyway, enough about that. So lots of outstanding double team moves were performed by both teams. That springboard monkey flip moonsault spot by the Flip Bros was excellent. I've never seen that before. It's not very often to use your own partner to hurt your opponents like that because it looks like you're performing a move on your partner. But the impact was transferred to Ethan to Paige with really good stuff. That's Salida del Sol. I don't know if it's called something else, but it looked like the Callisto Salida del Sol. Either way, I don't care what you call it. Airwolf looked fantastic doing it. I mean, these guys are freaking awesome in the ring. The finish with the STO by Dorado off of Airwolf's back was freaking a creative way to get that move across. The North had their moments as well. That torture rack spinebuster combo looked brutal. That spinning tombstone by Alexander was excellent. I'm surprised Dorado didn't have a concussion. I'm surprised he got up. Yada yada yada. He made it look that brutal and that sick, and I thought Dorado was out for the count. I didn't see any botches or any dull moments. This was a full 16 minutes. Despite how I felt about how the booking of it was, it still was a full 16 minutes of a match that I enjoyed despite my criticisms. So, no dead spots. The crowd was involved with it. I gave the match a 7. So all 4 men in the match kicked ass. All the spots and sequences were fluid. They were smooth. They made sense for the most part. I was the only few sequences I didn't like were the ones where that Northman made a little like the Three Stooges, where I think it was Airwolf who pulled both the guys' arms towards each other, and made the North run into each other. And another one I didn't like was the when I think it was Dorado caught a kick and then he swung the kick to Alexander, and Alexander sold it. Those moves don't look realistic at all. I would never want to get that. If I was a wrestler, I wouldn't want that to be in a match that I'm in. It just looks silly. It doesn't look like it hurts either, so there's no need for it. And obviously, it's not like an 8 or a 9 because of my documented issues with it. So, and it's pretty clear what they are. So no need to talk about that again. The last thing I want to bring up here is this outstanding crowd. They were up for everything. This crowd seemed like it was so much fun to be a part of. They ate everything up in this match, and they asked for seconds. Obviously, you always in my reviews, if I talk about a good crowd, it means I had fun because of the crowd. They had all their chants in. I couldn't keep track of the chants in the second half because I was trying to watch the maneuvers, but you get the idea. They were all about their hometown boys, and they got the victory for their hometown boys to cheer about, and they left happy. And honestly, that's the most important part about any wrestling match. Who cares about how I feel about it? And from my point of view, if I'm watching a match and the crowd is happy, I'm happy. So good for them. And I guarantee I would have probably had more fun watching the match if I was actually there watching it live, which I hope to do at some point, considering I live here in Minneapolis. So I got to see if the RW Podcast Executive Committee can get me some time off at some point. Wink, wink. When this COVID stuff goes away, wink, wink. And maybe I got some PTO stored up, some paid time off. And so hopefully Legend and Chris and I can go check out some of these F1rst Ave wrestling matches in the near future. Okay, so I think I've pretty much summed this match up in a good 27 minutes. I didn't think I'd go this long. But I had a lot to talk about, and I'm going to cut it off right here, and I'm going to come back at you again tomorrow with another random Mass Dilly match review. Have a good day.